Hey there, welcome to a live watercolor tutorial. Today we will be painting an easy tutorial that is perfect for beginners or any kind of level of watercolor artist. We'll be painting layered watercolor fall leaves. If you're watching live, feel free to say hi in the chat box. Let me know if you'll be painting along with me today or if you're just hanging out and where you're from. I would love to know. It looks like Hannah is here. Good morning. And Leah is here, and Diana, Annette, and Sarah. Good morning, guys. It's so great to see you. So before I get started, I do have a few things to share. So the first one is that I am hosting a September art challenge, a fall fungi art challenge, and I linked about that art challenge in the description below for you guys. I'm so excited about it. It'll start here next week. So if you're going to be doing that challenge with me, let me know in the live chat box. I'd love to know. And then the next thing is that I have an outline for you of these leaves here. So you can find this outline in the description of the video, a link to it. And I transferred my outline onto my paper using a light pad and a pencil. And then I went over my pencil with some watercolor pencils just to kind of help me figure out the colors that I want each leaf. So I did link a reference photo in the description of this video, and I kind of want to have my leaves be the colors of the reference photos, like have them kind of be like a rainbow color, but for fall. So like green to yellow to orange to red, and then like a darker red. So you don't need watercolor pencils. It just kind of helped me figure that out. So that was kind of my process for the outline. Hi guys. Hey Andy. Annette says that she's watching today. Diana says that she signed up for the challenge. I'm so excited for that fall fungi challenge. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hi Jenny. It's good to see you here. And Liz. Okay, I'm going to go over my supplies with you and then we'll get started painting. So I am using my Etcher sketchbook here. It's like a really nice sketchbook. I'll link it below for you guys in the description, but it's basically 100% cotton paper, cold press, and I believe 140 pounds. And my brushes that I plan on using are my silver black velvet brushes. These are all round ones, size 8, 4, and 2. And the paints I plan on using. So for paint colors, basically you just need really any kind of color you want to paint your leaves. So I basically have like a green, I have some yellows and orange, and I have a reddish maroon color. And then I also have burnt umber and then like this gold ochre. So this here is Green Appetite Genuine from Daniel Smith. This here is Airlide Yellow from Da Vinci. This is Yellow Deep from Senlier. And then I have Holbein Isodoline Yellow Deep. Perylene Maroon from Da Vinci, Gold Ochre from Da Vinci, and Burnt Umber from Daniel Smith. But basically, you just need like a green, yellow, orange, red, a brown if you want it. All right, so once you have your outline transferred onto your watercolor paper, and you have your paints ready to go, you might want to tape down your paper because we'll be adding a lot of water. So I'm just going to kind of use masking tape here and tape my sketchbook paper down so it won't warp and it'll just stay straight, or at least as straight as it can stay. All right, Liz says good morning. Joyce is here. Good morning. Kai Arts, hi. They say, how are you? So early today. I'm good. How are you guys? How's everyone? Who here is happy that it's Friday? I'm so happy it's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. All right, so Now, I kind of wrote at the bottom of these leaves the order that I want to paint them. So this is important for the technique that we're going to be doing. In the title, I say that these are layered leaves. So what I'm trying to go for is where they overlap, that it'll look layered. I hope that makes sense. So we need to paint these leaves in a specific order. So I chose the ones that I want to be behind, and then the ones in front we will paint last. So for this one here, I'm having us paint it first, and then this one second. And then once those are dry, we will paint these two here. All right. Hi, Rachel. Good morning. Hi, Sydney. Linda. Kura is here. This is her first time joining a live stream. That's awesome. Allison is here. Good morning, Allison. Kai Art says that they had a bad week. I'm so sorry about that. I hope that the weekend is better for you. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we need to mix a color green and get a yellow ready to go too. So I'm gonna move my palette here so that you can see what I'm doing. My mushroom palette, which I'm definitely going to be using for the fall fungi challenge, is perfect. Okay. So I'm taking my size 8 round brush here, and I'm taking this green Apatite Genuine from Daniel Smith. It's like my favorite green to paint with, and I'm just adding it to my palette, and I'm getting it ready. Okay, so I'm adding water. I want to add maybe like 50% water, 50% paint. So not too much water, but not too little water. Okay. And then I'm going to clean my brush. Really good. I should have done the yellow first because I don't want to get green in my yellow. So I'm trying to clean my brush really, really good here. Okay. So then I'm going to take this yellow that I want to use and get that ready to go. Okay. I think I'm going to add it up here. And again, I'm trying to add like 50% water, 50% paint. Hi, Kelly. Jenny says, love the palette. How cute. I know. I found it at a local art fair a few weekends ago. I saw it and I just had to get it. I could not get it. Okay. So I have my green and yellow ready. Now I'm cleaning my brush. Okay, let's move my sketchbook over. Okay. Trying to get situated here. Who here is excited for fall? Once September rolls around, I am usually like so excited and ready for fall. Okay. Now, we want to take a good size brush, not a small one. I'm using my size 8 round brush here. We don't want it to be too small. And we're first going to paint the entire leaf here green. Okay. And then I'll probably drop in a little bit of yellow on the side. Oh wait, we're starting with this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, I messed up. We're starting with this one here. Okay, so at least we have our green ready. We won't need that for a bit. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we need to get an orange ready. Good thing I caught myself because it would have sucked. I mean, I guess that would have been fine to paint this one first, but we need to get an orange ready. So I apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm using the Isodone Line Yellow Deep from Holbein. So basically any kind of orange you have. And again, I'm just adding like, it's like a 50-50 mixture, 50 water, 50 paint. Okay, so there we go. I'm so glad I caught myself. Okay, so we're starting with this leaf here, guys, first, to create a layered effect. Let's see. Kai Art says, is that Strathmore watercolor paper? It's in the Etcher sketchbook. I don't know what kind of paper it is, but it's really good paper. If anyone knows what paper the Etcher sketchbook uses, feel free to share. Allison says, I'm so excited for fall. Me too. Okay, so again, we're starting with this leaf here. So I'm gonna fill in the whole entire, like all of this area with the yellow, and then this side kind of with some orange. So I'm gonna take this yellow here with my size 8 round brush, load it up, and then I'm just gonna fill in this whole entire leaf. And we will add detail here to the leaves later on. This is just like the very first layer. Okay, so I'm gonna stop about right there, and then I'm gonna clean my brush. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna take some orange. Now I'm going to add this orange to the side, kind of let that orange blend into that yellow. And then while this is still wet, you can maybe add some orange here and there. Maybe add another kind of color if you want to. I'm looking at the reference photo and I'm trying to see what some of the leaves have. So while this leaf is still wet, you can kind of play around, add some more color, and whatnot. If you want your leaf to look more real, you can add some brown to it in areas, or like a color like this. That kind of reminds me of yellow ochre, but this is called gold ochre. So I might add some gold ochre. Okay. All right, I think that's good enough for the first layer on this leaf. So we'll move on to the second leaf that we're painting, which is this one here. Kelly says, I've been ready for fall since last fall. That's funny. Hannah says, after the 2-week heat wave we've had, I wouldn't mind some fall weather. I know, right? It's been so hot lately. It's terrible. Jenny says, definitely ready for fall. Once it frosts and freezes, my allergies go away. Plus, I love the colors of fall. Kai Art says that there's no fall in their country. That is sad. That is very sad. Leah says, I can't wait for the fall weather. We are in a heat wave here. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in a heat wave. Yeah, it's been hot lately. Okay, so for the second leaf, we want to mix some various red colors. So you can find some reds that you have, even purple, like mixing some purple in your red would be pretty. Or you even like some blue into your red, that would be kind of pretty too. So here I have Perylene Maroon from Da Vinci. So I'm going to take this and add it down here on my palette with some water. I felt like that this color was perfect. It was kind of what I wanted to go for. Not exactly like red, kind of more like a reddish purple. Okay. I'm just going to start out with this red here. I might mix a little bit of orange into the red, my red leaf too. We'll see. So I'm loading up my brush now. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did with this leaf. So we want to fill in this entire leaf here. I'm going to start on this side because I know that I want all of this side to be this reddish purple. Okay, I'm trying to work fast because I don't want this to dry before I'm done painting. Okay, and then I'm cleaning my brush a little bit and I'm grabbing some of that orange. And I might add a little bit of orange here. And let those kind of blend together. I'm gonna grab some more orange, kind of dab some here and there on the side. Okay, that's kind of what I am going for. How are your guys' leaves coming along? Let me know in the live chat. Hannah says, I'm pretty sure the Etcher book is Fabriano. And then Allison says the same thing. Okay, so the paper in the Etcher sketchbook, which is what I'm using, is Fabriano. Thank you guys. Kelly says, I need to mortgage my house to get a supply of Arches paper. That is hilarious. I know how you feel. Arches is expensive, but it's definitely my favorite paper. Okay guys, so the next leaf we're going to be painting is this one here, but we need to make sure that this one is completely dry. Like it cannot be wet at all. So you might want to use a hair dryer. If you don't have a hair dryer, you might just have to wait a little bit to paint this leaf. So I'm going to take my hair dryer here and use that. And I'll have to put myself on mute while I do this. It'll just take like 10 seconds. So I'm going to mute myself. Okay, I am back. So yeah, it's completely dry now. Okay. Kura says, what pencils did you use the outline with? I first used regular pencil to transfer my outline, and then I used these watercolor pencils. These are from Faber-Castell. And yeah, I did link these in the description below for you guys. But yeah, you don't need to use these. I just chose to help me figure out how I want to paint my leaves. Okay, so now we are ready to paint this leaf here. So we want to get a green and a yellow ready, which I kind of already did. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna reactivate this green. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. Okay. Oh, I should have done this after I did the yellow. I guess I do have some yellow ready. All right, so you want to take your green. I'm still using my size 8 round brush. And now we want to just do the same thing with this leaf. Fill in this whole entire side here. I love this green because it's like a granulating paint. So you get like a lot of different colors in this green. So pretty. Okay. All right, so I'm cleaning my brush now. And now I'm taking this yellow and I'm adding it over here, and I'm going to let that green kind of blend into the yellow. And then I'm going to continue painting on top of this leaf here, and I can still see my pencil lines. So that's good. Okay, then I'm going to kind of help these two mix a little bit. Then while my leaf is still wet, I will take some more yellow, maybe dab some over here, over here. All right, there's that leaf. So we'll let that dry. I'm cleaning my brush. Liz says happy National Dog Day. Wow, I did not realize it was National Dog Day. That's cool. Maybe I should have planned a dog tutorial today. Kai R says, what good watercolor brands can you suggest? Well, I love my silver black velvet brushes. They're wonderful. Fabriano paper is great, and Arches, and I love Da Vinci paints, and also Daniel Smith paints are good too. I love Daniel Smith. I think that is my favorite brand. All right, so now we're going to move on to this leaf, and this leaf, I want it to be orange and then a little bit of like red too. So we want to get a red and orange ready. So I have red kind of already ready right here, but I do want to add some more orange to my palette right there, so I'm going to do that. So I'm taking this orange that I have. Hi Kathy, good morning. How are you? Okay. So again, I'm using my size 8 round brush. And now we're going to paint this entire side over here with the orange, overlapping this leaf right here. Okay. And then I'm going to clean my brush. It doesn't have to be too perfect. Then I'm going to take some of this red, add that. And I'm going to try my best to hurry up before my orange dries. Looks like it's kind of already drying. Okay. All right, so that's the first layer. Reading some more of your guys' comments. Liz says, I might buy more watercolor paper today if I have any extra money. I also have to get my horse shed. Kai, ours has to go. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us. Kathy says, I'm great, Allison. Still a little early here on the West Coast. Oh, it is, isn't it? You guys are like 3 hours behind me. It's like 7:30 your time. All right, so now it's time for the second layer on these leaves. Okay, so I'm looking at the reference photo and I'm trying to think what we need to do with these leaves. Okay, so I'm gonna have to use my hair dryer again because we want these leaves to be fully dry for the second layer. So I will mute myself. Okay, I'm back. All right, so we're going to, for the second layer, we're going to start with this area right here where these two leaves overlap. Okay, so I'm looking at the reference photo. So where the leaves overlap, we want those areas to be a little darker than the rest of the areas on the leaves. So these two leaves overlap, and this one here is yellow. This one here is like a yellow green. So we want to mix a dark yellowish green color. Okay, so I'm just going to, I think I'm going to take my size 4 round brush now. It's a little smaller than my size 8 that I was using. And I'm going to take this green that I was using, this Green Appetite Genuine. I'm going to add it here on my palette. And because we want this to be dark, we don't want to add too much water either. Okay, I should have added my yellow first. I need to clean my brush really good here. So yeah, I don't want any green in my yellow. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I don't like getting green in my yellow or like blue in my yellow that like turns green. Okay, so I'm trying to grab as much yellow as possible so I don't have to double dip. Okay, that's good. Add a little bit more water. A Brook Wine says, I'm buying my first watercolor items today. Cannot wait. That's so exciting. I'm really excited for you. You're going to love watercolor. All right, so we're painting where these two leaves overlap right here. And I can still see my pencil marks for this leaf here and then this one here. So I'm just kind of painting that in. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. Not all the way, and then I'm going to take a little bit of water in my brush so that it has a tiny bit of water. And I'm just going to kind of blend this paint over here. And then I kind of feel like this could be a little too dark. These leaves look kind of too transparent. I guess that's fine. So I'm just going to kind of wipe some of this away with my brush. So I just take my brush here and I just wipe it. Okay. Hi Elda. They say good morning, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Kelly says it amazes me how you can take a simple design of just leaves and make it look totally realistic and beautiful. You are so talented. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. Thank you, Kelly. That's so sweet of you. Thanks. All right, guys. So now we're going to move on to the next area where these leaves overlap, which is right here. So this leaf here is like an orangish color, and then this one here is like an orangish red. So let's just go ahead and mix kind of like a dark orange color with a little bit of red. So I think I'll just, I don't know, I think I'll mix it over here. So I'm gonna take this orange that I was using, and I did not clean my brush. Okay, I just added green into my orange. I'm wiping out that green. Okay. So what colors are you guys painting your leaves? Are you painting them like mine? Or are you doing something different with your leaves? Let me know. I'd love to know. Okay, and then I'm going to take this color that I was using, Perylene Maroon. It's like a mix of like red and purple. So I'm taking some of this and mixing that into my orange. Okay, kind of added a little too much, I feel like. So I'm cleaning my brush and I'm gonna add more of this orange to it. Okay, so I'm taking this and now we're going to paint over here. These silver black velvet brushes are perfect for these leaves, like the tip, the fine tip. Okay. Then I'm cleaning my brush. Not all the way, it doesn't have to be too perfect. to perfectly clean. And then I'm taking some water in it. So I just have some water, and I'm going to kind of drag off some of this in the middle. Okay. Sarah says, leaves are looking beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Linda, hi Linda. She says, trying to get as close to your colors. My Winsor & Newton doesn't have exact matches. And then Jenny says, the point on the silver brushes amazes me. They get into the tiniest spots. I know, that's like one of the reasons why I love these brushes. They're so pointy. Like I could probably just use one brush, like this size 8 brush for almost every painting, because I can do like really fine details and then like large areas. Okay, so now we're going to paint right here where these two leaves overlap, and it's basically like a dark red. So I already have that like right here. So again, I'm taking my size 4 round brush and just kind of reactivating this too. And I don't want too much water. I want it to be dark. Okay. All right. And then I'm cleaning my brush. Again, not all the way, just a little bit. And then I grabbed some water too. Now I'm gonna kind of wipe some of this away in the middle. All right, and then the next layer will be adding some more detail to these leaves. In the meantime, it is time for the artist spotlight. So we'll take a minute break and I will share with you the artist in this community that I will be spotlighting. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, I do an artist spotlight during these live streams, and it's one of you guys who used my hashtag Allison Lane Art Tutorial on Instagram. So if you do finish your leaves, I would love to see it. Just use that hashtag Allison Lane Art Tutorial on Instagram and then tag me. Ow. Okay, so I'm bringing up the artist I'm spotlighting on Instagram. Okay. So I also linked her Instagram in the description below if you guys want to support her on there. She just surpassed 2,000 followers, and it's Allison Evans. Yeah, so she did my Misty Autumn Forest tutorial from last Friday. Isn't that pretty? And she also did my fox tutorial from a few Fridays ago. So good. So yeah, if you wanted to find her Instagram, feel free to find it in the description of this video. And she's also a member of my watercolor membership, Nature with Watercolor, and this is one of the tutorials in there that she did, the seahorse. So yeah. Okay, let's continue these fall leaves together. Okay. Trying to adjust my camera. There we go. Oh, you guys are so supportive of her. Leah says, sorry, that was my water bottle making a weird noise. Leah says, I'm in love with this painting already. Me too. This is actually turning out better than I thought it would. To be honest, like simple paintings kind of make me nervous. Like I'm not used to painting simply. I'm used to like detailed paintings. Okay, so now we're going to add some detail to our leaves. All right, so I'm gonna take my my size 4 round brush right here. And then I'm also gonna work with another brush, my size 8 round brush, that I will just have water in it to blend. So we're gonna start with this leaf here. And I want to mix a darker green. So I'm just gonna kind of reactivate this green here. Actually, I probably don't even need to mix it, but this is Green Appetite Genuine from Daniel Smith. So I'm just adding some more in my palette. You're welcome, Allison. You deserve it, seriously. Okay, so we're going to begin with the top part over here. So for leaves, I like to have the outer edge of them to be kind of darker. That's just kind of what I like to do because it helps them pop off the page. So I'm just kind of adding this darker green on this side like that. And then I'm going to switch to my brush right here that just has water in it. I call this my blending brush. And then I'm just going to kind of blend this into the leaf. Like so. I'm going to kind of blend it down. Okay. Then I'm going to add some down here. And then in the stem. And then kind of down here too. And then again, I am taking this brush that just has water, my blending brush, and blending this green. And then I'll also add some, maybe on this side too, but not too much because I want there to be more yellow on this side. So yeah, I'm blending this way. All right. And then I also want to paint in the middle vein that we see in the leaf. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. I'm going to start kind of in the middle or top part, go down like that, and then I'm going to switch to my blending brush and kind of blend this middle vein so that it is more soft looking, and kind of blend it upwards like that. And then you can add more veins if you want to. I might add a few here. So I kind of paint them in, then go over them or blend them with my blending brush. You can get as detailed as you want or not detailed. Okay, I might add another one up here. So I basically use my blending brush to kind of smooth it out, let it kind of fade into the leaf so it doesn't look too fake, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna kind of repaint in this one. Okay, so there's that one. How are you guys doing? How are your leaves coming along? All right. So now we want to move on to this leaf here. So I'm gonna clean my brush really good. And my blending brush. Okay, and we want to mix a yellow and an orange. So I'm going to take this yellow here that I have. I'll start out with this yellow. And I guess I'm using my size 8 brush. I meant to use my size 4 brush, but it's fine. And I'm first going to add some yellow over here. To kind of just brighten up this leaf. I feel like this yellow looks a little dull in the first layer, so I'm going to add some more yellow to make it brighter. Then I just grabbed a little bit of water in my brush. Now I'm kind of blending this way. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of this Yellow Deep from Sunlight. It's like a cross between yellow and orange. So I'm going to take some of this, kind of mix it into my yellow here. I'm going to paint with some of this. Okay, and then I'm going to clean my brush. It does not have to be perfectly clean. And then I'm going to I grabbed some water too. And I'm just kind of blending this. Okay, and then I'm going to add some realness to my leaf, as in maybe a little bit of brown or like this gold ochre from Da Vinci. So I'm taking some of this gold ochre, basically right from the pan. I'm going to add some on this side and the stem, and then at the bottom. And then I'm going to switch to my blending brush, my brush that just has water in it. Blend this up. I'm going to go back in with some more along the edge here and blend. And then I'm going to move up here with this gold ochre. Switch to my blending brush and blend down. Okay, and I think I might also add a little bit around this green leaf, maybe to give a hint of a shadow. Then I'm going to switch to my blending brush. Thank you, Liz. She says, "Oh, so beautiful." Diana says, got to run. My flight is boarding soon. The leaves are beautiful and I plan to paint them later. Have a wonderful weekend. You too, Diana. Have a safe flight. Okay. And then I think I will also add some of this around the sleeve like I did over here. Okay, and then switch to my blending brush. Oh, Kai Arts is back. And then they say, did I miss something? You're almost done. Yeah, this painting is coming along quickly, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna paint in the inner vein now. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. All right, and then I'm gonna switch to my blending brush and kind of blend this line basically on one side of it and then kind of blend it upwards. Let it fade. And then I'm gonna add some more of this down here. This gold ochre. And then I'm gonna add some veins. And then kind of blend them. Some more veins this way. Blend. Let them fade. Okay. I think I'm gonna repaint in that middle vein a little bit more. Switch to my blending brush. Blend upwards. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit more detail to this yellow leaf, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, I'm gonna add some burnt umber to this stem down here, and maybe a little bit to the outer edge of the sleeve. This will just give it some realness, because if you look at leaves, a lot of them have some brown in them. Might add some at the top part. Okay. Now I'm cleaning my brushes and we're going to move on to the next one. And it says, looks so beautiful. Love it. You're so talented. Thank you, Annette. Liz says, I'm going to try and paint a commission this weekend. Just flowers on antique windows. Should be fun. And some extra money. That sounds fun, Liz. Okay. So now we're going to move to this one. And we want to add detail with like orange and red. And maybe some brown too. So I'm going to take this orange that I've been using, the ISO Doline Yellow Deep from Holbein, and add some more to my palette. And I'm going to add some to the edge here and down here. And then go in with my blending brush, my brush that just has some water. Kind of blend that into the leaf. I also add some orange on this side. And then down here. And then I'm gonna add some detail with this Perylene Maroon that we used too, like over here. So I'm gonna take some of that basically out of the pan, maybe add this to the stem, and then a little bit on this side. Then switch to my blending brush. Right. And let's see. I think I'm gonna take this dark reddish orange that we mixed earlier. So I'm gonna take some of this. Add it to this edge. And over here. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some of this. Oh, I'm not sure. I think I was gonna add some over here, but I don't know. I don't think I will. I kind of want to add some on this, where this overlaps. I feel like that might look better. Just going with my artist instinct. Okay, now I'm gonna take some burnt umber, basically out of the pan here, and add some to the stem and then parts of the outer edge. And then take my blending brush and blend. Okay, now, let's see. Hi, Jonah Lee. Hi. It's okay, you're late. That's fine. Okay, I'm taking this red here that we used for this leaf, and then part of this one with my size 4 brush. And I'm gonna paint in this stem. So I'm just gonna start from the bottom here, eyeball it. And then I'm taking my blending brush and going like blending one side of the stem here, blending it upwards. And then I'm gonna paint in some more stems. I'm using my blending brush now, just kind of blending this stem a little bit. Blend. Blend. Okay, one more set. All right. Bright, hi. She says, I love these live tutorials you do. Thank you. I'm so glad you like them. Liz says, almost finished with the terrarium. Yay, so you'll see that first. That's exciting. Okay. Now we're moving on to this last leaf. So for the details, I want to use this maroon color, the Perylene Maroon from Da Vinci that we used for the first layer. So I'm just taking this here. I have some on my palette here already, but I'll reactivate this and add some more. And now I'm going to add this to the edges here of this leaf. And then switch to my brush that just has water, my blending brush. And do the same thing on this side. Blend. All right. Next, I'm going to take some burnt umber here, some brown. I'm just going to add some to like the stem and then parts of the outline or outer edge. And then take my blending brush and blend that. blend. So what are you guys up to this weekend? Do you have any plans? I plan on visiting my parents. I'm really excited to see them. Haven't seen them for quite a while. And cleaning, of course. I feel like my house always needs cleaned constantly. Okay, now I'm going to add that vein, the middle vein here with that maroon color. And I'm just gonna start at the base of the stem and move up. And then use my blending brush and blend one side, blend it upwards. And I'm gonna paint in some veins. Allison says I'm going to clean and hopefully finish my terrarium. That sounds like a productive weekend. Are any of you guys going to prep for the fall fungi challenge? I still need to prep for it. I might on Sunday if I have time, but I plan on doing that like on Monday. Okay, so this is basically it. If you want to make your leaves look more realistic, you can add even more detail if you want to. For instance, I'm gonna clean my brush here. You can add some specks and stuff. So for instance, I know I just said that. I'm gonna go in to this green leaf here, maybe paint in that middle line a little bit more, like so. And maybe the stem, and then add some like little specks here and there. And then go over the specks with my blending brush, just help soften them up. This will just give your leaf more realism. You could also add a little bit of green to your other leaves. Like if I added a little bit of green to this yellow one down here, and I kind of blend this up, because a lot of leaves, a lot of fall leaves, when they're turning colors, they have like green in them. So you can add a little bit of green to your yellow leaves or any leaf. I might also kind of paint in this middle vein with a little bit of green too, and then kind of blend that down and back up. So yeah, you can add as much detail as you want to, or you can just keep them simple. Add some specks here and there. Okay, don't really like that too much, so I'm just gonna kind of dab that out, blend it up. Okay, then for detail on this one, maybe I'll add some burnt umber to the stem down here. Oops, wrong stem. I meant this one. And then blend. Might also add some burnt umber here. Really help this leaf pop. I'm gonna read some of your guys' comments. Liz says that she plans to paint, do housework, and garden harvest, and getting the mare shoes. Maybe making plans for her to get a date with. Oh, you're talking about your horses. That's cute, Liz. Jonah Lee says it's 9 o'clock in the night where I am now. Wow, that's you're pretty far ahead of me. It's like 11 in the morning where I am. Kathy says I'm going to start on your maple leaf tutorial this weekend. Nice. Yeah, guys. I think I have a maple leaf tutorial here on YouTube. I think, and I also have one in like a different one in my watercolor class, my beginner watercolor class. Rachel says community garden, volunteer work, and the kiddos' baseball game, and cleaning, laundry, groceries. Wow, that sounds like a busy weekend, but productive too. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this maroon color here, and I might add a little bit right there on that leaf. Blend. So yeah, this is like the final step for these leaves. Just add detail, add more realism to them. You can add more depth to them by darkening the edges. Okay. Can also glaze on some other colors. Like if I wanted to glaze on some yellow, I'm going to take some yellow here with a lot of water. Just kind of add a little bit of yellow to this leaf. Let it kind of blend into the red over here. Then I'm going to add some more in the middle vein. Blend up. And maybe some specks. Some imperfections to make it even more real looking. Okay. Allison says, I started prepping for the Fall Fungi Challenge. I will try to do some more this weekend too. Jessie says, ready for the challenge. All my pictures are drawn out. Wow, you guys are amazing. Like, I'm not even prepped at all. Like, I have a lot to do. Liz says, I have half of the Fungi Challenge references put into a folder. Nice. Kai R says, I like the second leaf. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to move on to this last one. I'm going to take this maroon color again. Maybe paint in this middle part more. And blend up. Let it kind of fade at the top. Gonna add some here. Refine these edges a little bit. Blend. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Okay. And I'm gonna kind of repaint in some of these veins. They're kind of a little too faded. Okay. And then add some specks here and there. Okay. Cleaning my brushes, and I think that's it for this tutorial. What did you guys think? Did you have fun? Let me know in the chat box, and if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments if you finished this, if you liked it. I'd love to know. I'll give you guys a close-up. Here's a close-up. Yeah, I need to erase those numbers. Great. Thank you guys so much for painting with me, or if you didn't paint but you hung out, thank you for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys liked this. Yay! So yeah, if you finish this and you want to post it to Instagram, tag me, Allison Lane Art, and use the hashtag Allison Lane Art Tutorial. And yeah, I would love to see it, and maybe you'll be the next artist spotlight during these live streams. I love it. I'm pretty happy with it. It was a lot of fun, super easy. And yeah, and don't forget, guys, the Fall Fungi Challenge, the Fall Fungi Art Challenge starts in September 1st. I think in 5 days it begins, and it's like a 30-day challenge. There's a prompt list on my Instagram. I also shared it to the community tab on my YouTube channel. But I made a mini class to go along with it. It's optional, but it's a really fun mini class. If you'd like to join, I linked it in the description of this video. But we'll be painting 3 of the fungi together, 3 of the 15 fungi. So if you like these live streams with me, you'll definitely like the mini class. So far, we have almost 80 artists who are part of the class. And I'm so excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, Rachel says fungi challenge is everyone doing their own reference photos. Yes, but if you join the mini class, I give you a link to reference photos for the 3 fungi that we will be painting. But yeah, you can find your own reference photos. Yeah, so I'm excited. And I think that's it, guys. Unfortunately, there will not be a video on Tuesday. I'm sorry about that, but I will be going live again next Friday at 10 a.m. with another tutorial to do with you guys. So stay tuned for that. And I'm thinking of doing a pumpkin, a realistic pumpkin. So at least that's what I'm thinking we'll do. It's going to be fun. I keep saying that. I'm just excited about the challenge and the pumpkin and for fall. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. I appreciate you all. Take care. And yeah, bye guys. Bye Allison, Rachel, Hannah, Kai Arts, Leah, Linda, who else was in the chat box? Sarah was here. Trish. Oh, I missed you, Trish. Liz was here. Jessie, Yvonne. Hi. It's great to see you. What else? Who else am I missing? Kathy was here. Bye, guys.